everybody, and welcome to another High Five for Friday Hangout. And today it is, or tonight, it's a Valentine's Day special extravaganza, and we are so excited to share all of our love stories of past and present.
I had a confetti popper right there.
Oh, batoon, batoon, batoon!
Heart confetti raining down.
Oh, if we were only planning ahead like those little poppers from the Dollar Tree. Ding! We could have been.
He would have killed me when he had to clean it up.
Oh, yeah, good call. Good call. Let's not do that. So thank you for joining us. We've got Della, Tif. Caitlin is under the weather and so is not joining us. So thankfully, Whitney from Come Home for Comfort is joining us. Yay! You may recall Whitney from our blogging, All About Blogging Hangout. So thank you for coming with us, Whitney. Woohoo!
For having me.
Let's open our chat windows up, just FYI. If you're joining in, you can hover on the left side of your screen, click the little Q&A button, and while you can't chat with us, you can type in questions and comments there, and we will read them out loud.
Try our best anyway.
So if anyone's here, just feel free to pop in and say hi and who you are and what your blog is.
We'll do a little shout out if we can. And if you want to use our handy dandy hashtag, it's H54F Hangout. And I've got my Twitter thingamajiggy open, so I can maybe see, maybe not. But you know, we're really excited for tonight. This is like the one I'm like super really jazzed for. Really super jazzed for. So first question first. What is everybody's Valentine's Day plans?
I got a babysitter.
That's one step to a great night.
So we are going out to dinner at Ted's Montana Grill here in Lexington because, so my favorite fancy place to eat in Lexington is Malone's, but Malone's does a set menu on Valentine's Day, and set menus are not the friends of picky eaters. So I have to, we have to pick somewhere that we can do reservations, but that lets me pick what I want to off the menu. Because I've never met a set menu that I could actually eat off of.
Paul's like that.
Set menus are tricky for vegetarians too, unless they have a vegetarian menu. But yes, Stephanie, hi, we can see you. Hi.
Stephanie from Wife Mommy Me is joining us tonight as well. Hey. So what's everybody else's plans? Oh, and FYI, Pretty in Pink is playing in theaters. In case anyone needs a date night movie.
Right. Hopefully, if Justin's mom feels better, we'll get to go out to dinner and a movie, but right now she's under the weather, so. But, oh well, if not, we'll order in and rent a movie here while Raylan's asleep.
It's a good plan.
Yes.
And we're supposed to get snow anyhow, so may not be going anywhere.
Do you still have your snow from last time, or has it melted?
It's melted, but we're supposed to get about 3 to 5 more inches, so.
Ooh.
I'm over it.
Me too. I want spring.
Let's be clear, I'm going out snow or no snow. Nothing in Lexington shuts down.
That's true.
That's nice.
What are your plans, Whitney?
We don't have plans right now. It's kind of tricky because it's on Sunday. So we have church, and not that we're like, oh, we can't celebrate because it's church, but like that does kind of mess it up, So I'm not sure what we're going to do. We don't go out on Valentine's Day because it's just crazy. Plus, because it's also Sunday, restaurants are going to be slammed. So we might go out like Monday night or something. I don't know. But we don't always go out for Valentine's Day. Sometimes we just stay in, and I have a roast I can make. So, super exciting.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's what we do. I can't, other than when we were dating and in college and getting off campus sounded like the best idea ever. I don't think we've gone out for Valentine's Day in a long time. So we're staying at home. Isn't it like National Pizza Day on Valentine's Day too?
No, I think that was already this week, wasn't it?
Oh, well, see, that was my excuse, is that we were going to stay home and have pizza.
We can do my pizza.
So I figured that would, that's what I was figuring. Hey, Amanda.
Yeah.
Hello, another North Carolina person joining us. Yay.
And high five for Friday-er, I do believe. So.
Yep, from a brownie world. How's it going? And if you guys are having Valentine's Day plans, leave them in the Q&A so we can see them too and oogle your Valentine's Day plans. Oogling. Does anybody have any favorite Valentine's Day stories? Memories, good or bad?
Well, if you read my blog this week, which I'm sure you all were just like dying for every post that I
First kiss.
Yes, our first kiss was on Valentine's Day, and my first ever kiss was on Valentine's Day. Not
Aw,
long ago.
love that.
With her hubby. Like, that's a commitment.
Yep. There weren't, I mean, not that there were that many people asking to kiss me, but there were, a few, but not that many.
I have a funny, so going back to Whitney's post, she posted about how her husband's also the only one that she's ever said I love you to. Well, I told my boyfriend in the 9th grade that I loved him because it was Valentine's Day and everything said I love you on it. So it made it less awkward. I just went ahead and told him.
There you go.
That's smart. That is smart.
I'm like, there's nothing I was like, I love you. Here's you some stuff. That's it.
I love you. So handy.
I'm so dumb.
Our second Valentine's Day, my husband and I, when we were in college, first Valentine's Day we were together, I'm even wearing it in honor. He gave me a very simple, but a Tiffany's necklace nonetheless. So for our first Valentine's Day, so it was like, ooh, it's so exciting. Second Valentine's Day rolls up, and he gives me one of those like themed teddy bears. It was called The Gangster of Love. It had a little fedora and a Valentine's or a little violin case and whatnot. And the poor guy, apparently 2 days before, I was talking to him about one of my friends, and it's like, her boyfriend gave her like a stuffed animal for Valentine's Day. It's so lame. I hate stuffed animals. I would never want one. Like, went on a huge rant about how I hate stuffed animals. The poor guy had it in his trunk. Like,
Oh, gosh.
here you go. I know you don't like these. I was like, what are you talking about? These are so nice. Thank you. It's like, lies. You told me like 2 days ago you don't like these. Like, oh, yeah, I did, didn't I? So, kind of ruined it. I'm surprised he just didn't like call it quits then. But it is now being lovingly taken care of by Elizabeth. I just gave her the Gangster of Love a few days ago. Like, here you go. Do you want to hold on to this for me now? You take care of this.
For first Valentine's Day, Chauncey gave me a teddy bear that had a heart pouch. It was holding a heart pouch that zipped, and he put the key to his heart in it.
Aww.
Oh, how sweet.
And I carried it on my keychain for forever until we broke up. Yeah. We broke up my senior year.
I didn't know this.
Oh, yeah. It was a bad breakup. It was bad.
I did not know this.
Ooh.
Okay, Stephanie, so we're the only ones that can be seen on the video chat due to how the whole High Five for Friday Hangout works, which I truly don't know the ins and outs of that because Katie's our High Five for Friday guru. But you can chat with us in where you are now, and that's why we're reading them out loud. And we also have some, Stephanie just posted that she told her husband she was pregnant on Valentine's Day in 2012. Nothing can top that.
That's so cute.
That's pretty cool.
I love that.
Oh. Amanda said that her husband and she spent their first Valentine's Day watching Joe Dirt and making pancakes. And she hates stuffed animals too, Katie.
Good. Glad somebody else does.
And Becky from BYBMG, right? I got that right, didn't I? I'm terrible. It's here. I had it straight in my head until I went to say it, and then the words got all mixed up. So.
Yay! Okay, I want to hear how everybody... Wait, did we do all the bad Valentine's Day stories? Or good ones? Sorry, not bad. Mine was bad.
I'm trying to think. Oh, well, the year that I was pregnant, Chauncey and I was an emotional hot mess, and we ended up staying in that night and having Valentine's Day redo here.
I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea.
None. It was bad. Also, I had minor freakouts over food as well when I was pregnant, in addition to the Valentine's Day. It happens.
Would know.
Stephanie said that she handed him the pregnancy test, the one that you pee on, so her man can clean you. Sure.
Oh, nothing says I love you like a urine-stained pregnancy.
Which is the only type that you can get.
Right. Oh, or there are those little strips that you can dip in the little cup, which, you know, those little pregnancy tests are expensive. So those are the cheap versions. Like, it just gives you the strip. But then it's a whole new level of dip and handoff. Sorry, that's too much. That's too much for this time of night.
Okay, so Katie, I think it's time for you to put on your veil.
Oh, I do have it. I even kind of did my hair tonight, like I had it there. In fact, I should probably get my wedding album, which Elizabeth has just discovered and thinks it's a hoot.
Does she think you're a princess?
No, she actually knows like the concept of wedding for whatever reason. Like, we have pictures hanging up. I'm like talking with a serious face. So I just got a picture of myself and it cracked me up. Ooh. Okay, so we have a wall of pictures with like wedding photos, and she walks in like, you and Daddy are married. And she knows like we got married. We're not just prince and princess or something like that. But she just recently discovered the wedding album, and like we looked at it 4 times one morning at breakfast, and she kept wanting to see it again, and it was like she was saying, we're all a family, and it was like my husband's family pictures and then my family picture and then all of our families together, and I'm like, look, now we're one family. It's my family. So she likes that. So but I had to put the album up high because I thought grubby little fingers might find it again, and lovingly touched.
Yeah.
But I do have my veil. My wedding dress, though, is at my parents' house in Michigan.
Oh, I have my wedding dress. Hold on. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Okay. So I got mine preserved at David's Bridal in this big, huge box that we'll unbox it. When I went to pick out a wedding dress, I was like, I don't want ivory. I don't want lace. That was my 2 things. And we walk up, and there's this gorgeous antique white lace wedding gown in the window. I was like, I just want to try that one on. Yeah, that's what I ended up with. I feel like I need technical assistance. Where's Vanna White when you need her? So I did the whole gown preservation. You can see my garter there.
Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, like Della was saying earlier, I think before we got on here, you know, people are doing the shadow boxes and stuff now. But I guess you could stick this
In a shadow box.
build the box around it. But absolutely gorgeous gown. My veils, I don't know if you can see. This is so awkward. But my veil's up here at the top. But they fix it all pretty, like. So.
Ivory and lace, though, Tiff.
Violating those rules.
I know. Every time. Everything in life I've said that I will never do, I've ended up doing it. So I stopped saying that now.
My wedding dress was ivory and lace, too. And it was on super sale. It was super sale. I was very pleased with myself. The one time in my life where I've actually bargain shopped.
Well, I can guarantee you that I spent less on my wedding dress than any of the rest of y'all. My dress was $69. It was a junior bridesmaid's dress from David Bridal. And it was exactly like the ones that were way too big for me, but it was $69.99. So, you know.
Can't beat that.
That's what you get for being 4'10", right?
At my height, those things do not.
No.
definitely do not happen. So you guys, I am almost a full foot taller than Whitney. And if you've been following High Five for Friday for a while, you probably have seen the picture of when she and I met for the first time, and she is in heels, and you can still tell
Yep.
the height difference. Hold on, the cat wants in. Continue.
Yeah, she's not that much shorter than I am, though, because I'm short.
I'm short.
Katie, you're tall, aren't you?
Well, taller than you, but still short. 5'3".
I'm
Oh,
5'2".
that's a nice height.
I'm 5'9" and I'm 5. Now, going back to where Amanda being from Winston-Salem, Katie, how far is that from you?
She is a little over an hour. We were actually just saying we needed to meet in the night somewhere.
Yeah.
We need to have like a North Carolina, South Carolina meetup.
Definitely.
Talk about the Panthers for a second. Super Bowl was rough.
Well, I support the Steelers, so I was rooting for the Broncos because I'm a Peyton Manning fan.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Who isn't a Peyton Manning fan? It's like I feel like if they had to lose to somebody, I'm okay. I'm okay with Peyton Manning going out with a bang.
Okay, but confession, I like Eli better than I like Peyton.
Did you see all the memes that were floating around post Super Bowl with Eli's face? I remember when they popped up live. I was like, "What's with him?"
Yeah, that was bad.
It was so funny. So funny. So many great.
Okay, so
What?
Amanda said, what do you think about the whole trash the dress idea that girls were doing with their wedding gowns after the wedding? I just couldn't. I paid a lot of money for this gown. It was not getting trashed. Although my dad did step on the train at my reception, and it had a stitched bustle as opposed to a button bustle, or whatever the technical sewing term for that is. And he ripped out a couple of stitches in my bustle. But that was about as trashed as it got.
I don't see why anybody would want to trash their dress.
I don't know what that is. You just like ruined it on purpose?
In like mud and stuff and water.
It's crazy.
No, I would do that with anything I had, much less an expensive wedding dress.
Yeah, I'm not much of I'm not a sentimental person. I've almost gotten rid of my veil several times now, and I know I'm just not. I don't have my wedding shoes anymore. Actually, I gave them away.
I have mine.
I don't have mine.
Mine were flip-flops from Old Navy, but they were a little bit classier than the dollar flip-flops.
I don't see how I walked in these things.
$5.
Oh, wait. I'm going to see. You're not
I
in the
don't
big
see how I
screen.
walked in
Ooh.
those. David
Della, I saw on those wedding pictures that you posted as part of your love story on the blog this week, part of my head and glasses are visible.
I saw it too.
Pay attention. I'll have to go back and look.
It's in the one of you guys somebody's walking down the aisle, and you can see my head bent over talking to someone.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah, I was looking for you because I figured you'd be in the picture somewhere, and I found you, yeah.
At her wedding. We got married about a month apart, was it, Della?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
What year did you guys get married in?
What year?
Mm-hmm.
2009.
Yes.
Whitney, what did you guys?
2010.
And when did you guys get married, Katie?
07. Us old married fogies.
We waited. We were older when we got married, so I don't think I'm that much older than you.
Well, Chauncey and I have been together 6.5 years when we got married.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh,
number 5.
Here's a picture from my wedding.
Oh.
I loved your colors at your wedding.
Thank you.
I like that one. Oh, I should go get mine. Hold on.
Here's mine.
Stephanie, aww.
And I'll wait till Katie gets back to tell the story of my bouquet. You can't see the picture, though. My bouquet had my mom's wedding bands tied in there somewhere, but you can't see it.
Yeah,
Sweet.
we did that. My bouquet had my mom's, and my aunt that passed away in March last year. My mom's sister had So I had my grandma, my mom's, and her wedding band dangling. I just about forgot about that. She said that dangling from the bouquet kind of as a good luck.
I still have mine tied into it.
Arm. Well, they made me give them back. So Stephanie said that she is only 5'1". Oh, and she's a Bengals fan.
I am too, Stephanie.
But
I love the Bengals.
I hate the Bengals, but I love you guys. We always go to the Pittsburgh Bengals games, usually that are in Cincinnati, with a bunch of Bengals fans. We're the only Steelers fans that go, and we had a victorious ride home this year. So.
Well, I like basketball and NASCAR, so I'm just glad football is over because I don't like football. So, sorry, guys.
I'm a sports fan. I can watch any sporting event and get into it. Any team, any game, I'm on it.
Wow.
I love sports.
Your picture, Katie.
Oh, what?
Your picture.
Oh, I was like, I heard Katie, and I was like, wait, what? My husband, you get to be forever memorialized here. These are my favorite ones.
Oh.
From our wedding. Yeah.
You're so beautiful.
We were such young whippersnappers way back when.
I love your
Here, I'll go get mine off the wall. Hang on.
Go! I love weddings. They're like my favorite thing.
I wish I could be a wedding planner.
I wish I could eat the wedding cake every day.
Funny story, at our wedding, we never actually got to eat our cake.
Oh, somebody told me. Okay, so Chauncey and I had a blue wedding cake. It was like a pool blue color wedding cake with a white monogram and white designs on it. And so when we smashed the cake in each other's face, we looked like Braveheart. Okay? But we actually did not get a piece of cake, and it was delicious. So it got gone really quick. We, of course, saved the top layer to eat on our 1-year anniversary. But some lady gave us a cake that she hadn't eaten yet when she found out that we hadn't got any, and it was a slice of orange cake, and it was really good. I think we got one bite of the Italian cream layer, but that's my favorite.
Okay, Whitney, let's see yours. Picture.
Oh, move it over some. There we go.
Oh, it's so cute. And you guys got married at Christmas, right?
It was really warm that day, though, and like my dress had like a little bolero thing, so it was short sleeves. It was real warm, but I wasn't wearing like hardly any makeup. I don't know why. If I could change anything about that day, I would put some more makeup on my face.
Did you wear just your normal makeup and it got washed out in the pictures?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I really thought about wearing too much, like extra. I don't know why.
Okay, so what flavor was your all's wedding cake?
We had cupcakes. We had vanilla and chocolate. I don't even know. My wedding was not that big of a deal to me. I just wanted to get married. I didn't really care. My mom made the cupcakes. They were delicious. They're like 300 cupcakes, and she iced them all, and it was really pretty. But
Whitney, Amanda says that she met her husband at a NASCAR race in Charlotte.
I missed that. That's so cool.
Oh, and Nina from A World of Dresses is also joining in.
Hooray!
So, well, when I got married, like, I come from a very small town, Della, and I do. And we sent out wedding invitations, but you still had to put in the paper that, the custom of an open ceremony would be observed. Someone one time put their wedding announcement in the paper and put by invitation only, and I was like, oh my God, how rude. You just don't put it in at that point.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
The
so
open ceremony.
we ended up, we got seats for 125 people because we had no idea how many were coming. It was at a gazebo in downtown Inez, and we ended up having people standing in the back. But it worked out fine. I mean, we got married. It was hot. It was very hot that day.
Yes. I couldn't wait to get the dress off and get some normal clothes on. It was miserable. At mine, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so what you guys do after the wedding? We stopped at McDonald's on the way to Lexington. We had an early flight the next morning to Jamaica, so we stopped at McDonald's.
We stopped at Wendy's on our way to Tennessee.
We had our reception in the same hotel we were staying at that night, so it was kind of like, see everybody, and then we got in the elevator and went up, and then we got up to our room, and our suitcases hadn't made it in yet, and we were both so drained and exhausted that I think I walked in, and even though it was this beautiful suite, I walked in, I was like, where are our suitcases? And I started sobbing, and my husband was like, I'll go find them. So he goes running out, and I'm like just sitting on the sofa. And so suitcases come in, and thankfully our the coordinator at the reception knew we never had cake. Genius of him. So he sent up like a slice of each of our cake flavors. And so we sat and like literally for the first hour just like, this cake is so good. Eating cake, and some of our wedding gifts had come up, and so we were opening those, and it just I just remember a lot of crying, and it's probably because we were so tired. It was just like, our suitcase, it's the cake, oh, this present.
That's the wedding that no one talks about. You should go and you count your money.
We may have done that too. Little pile, like, oh. And that's what came back to California with us, because we got married in Ohio, but lived in California, and we didn't go on our honeymoon until a week later. So it was like, we can't take the gifts with us, but we will take the money. We'll take that with us.
You know, you talked about staying in the same hotel where your reception is. You know, that doesn't really happen in Anna's.
No.
So my sister got married out with just a gazebo in the middle of town, so our wedding venue was free. And then we, the place where we held our reception was the Senior Citizen Center, and it was $140. And you got $40 back if you cleaned up. So technically, I was only out $100 on that stuff.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Well, we got married on a Friday night. I'm sorry, did I talk over somebody?
No.
We got married on a Friday night at 7 o'clock, and Paul's only stipulation for our wedding was that it not last more than 15 minutes. So we had a 14-minute ceremony, but when my dad gave me away, he's a pastor, instead of just saying, her mother and I, he had this surprise little speech prepared that took 3 extra minutes. So our wedding lasted 17 minutes. But even with that, we were we were gone from the church like right at 8 o'clock. We were done. So we stayed in a hotel downtown here in Greenville where we lived. And we got up to our room, we were like, oh, we didn't get to eat anything at the reception. There was food left over from like the lunch we had for the wedding party. We could have had some of that. We were so hungry, so we ordered pizza from like downtown because we were staying downtown and had it delivered to the room. We ate it. It was good. The next morning we went back out to the car to leave to go on our honeymoon, and there were boxes of food that someone had put in our car for us to eat from the reception and the meal, but didn't tell us they were in there. So they just wrong. So we had to. It was fun. Pizza was good, but it was kind of funny. It's like, oh well.
Yeah.
Didn't know that was there.
Stephanie said that they got married in 2011, and Katie, she was asking if you're from Ohio. She lives in Ohio too.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, I'm from Columbus.
So I think she's from Dayton. Is that right, Stephanie? I could be wrong on that.
Not that far.
So.
Ooh, that is exciting.
So listen, Chauncey, we went out to dinner tonight, and we were discussing Valentine's Day, and when we sat down, he was like, so, I was going to get you jewelry, but I know that you'd be like, did you get that on sale? Did you use a coupon on that? He's like,
did you use an eBay?
He said, so I don't know what to do.
You trained him well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll be quiet.
Poor Chauncey.
I was like, don't waste money on jewelry.
You'd rather pick out your own.
I came home with flowers tonight. That was smart of him to hit the stores before they were wiped out. I was like, ooh, that's handy. Hooray. So we've already got the flowers.
Paul has only gotten me flowers one time, like when we were first, like, originally dating, early, like, major infatuation. He got me 3 long stem roses, and I've never gotten flowers again, which is fine. He comes home with big things like a laptop or,
Like that.
What's better than flowers?
Chauncey wasn't really much for sending flowers, but here in the last the last several years, he sends me flowers to work every so often, usually him and Kane. One time was it Mother's Day? I got roses that had nothing on the card, and Chauncey said it was because Kane couldn't write yet.
Oh.
So, yeah. But I would much rather him, like, go to the store and buy, because, I intern at a flower shop, like, small business internship. So I'd rather him go to the store and buy the cheap flowers out of the store that I can just arrange on one of the vases I already have than to pay for the whole kit. So.
Our local Costco is stepping up the game, though, in the floral department.
Yeah?
Some expert flower arranger that comes in these, like, gorgeous centerpieces that you could easily snag for parties or wedding, even. They're like $20.
Oh, my goodness.
They're so pretty. Anyway, top tip.
Whole Foods in Lexington is having 2 dozen roses for $24.99, I think is what I saw.
Wow.
No, that's an awesome deal.
So.
What's everybody's favorite color rose? Red or? Mine's yellow.
Probably pink.
Yeah, I like that. Honestly, I like any color of roses. And honestly, I probably like crazy daisies better than roses because they're so bright and colorful.
Yeah, I like tulips more than I like roses.
I love tulips.
Chelsea sent me tulips before, and they were really pretty.
Mm-hmm. I like tulips.
So, I'm very sad. Our local Hallmark, the one that's right by my office, is closing in Lexington. But at the same time, I'm going to go clear that place out when everything goes more percentage off.
Yep.
Except none of their Valentine's Day stuff is on sale. And I'm like, why? Because I went into my cards yesterday. I bought cards for, like, everyone in my family and Kane colored on them, and we mailed them out.
Aw.
Oh, how sweet.
But, yes. And while I'm talking about Kane, so, Kane loves dinosaurs, he's obsessed. So I made him this little tissue box card holder for daycare tomorrow.
So cute.
He helped me pick on the dinosaurs. But anyways, so when I was in elementary school, we used to get these tissue boxes. Everyone would you would wait anxiously for a tissue box to be emptied out. And we would take them to school and we'd put, like, our sit-in markers and Lisa Frank ink pens and stuff in it on our desk. Did anybody else do that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Make a diorama like you do with the tissue box now. I mean, the tissue box is versatile.
I forgot about this. Nina is from Cincinnati. So.
These Midwestern people.
Yay!
Okay, question. Is anyone monitoring the hashtag?
No.
I do have it open, but...
I'm terrible at Twitter. I think we've already established this.
I'm not good at it either. I don't know what I'm doing.
I can Instagram all day long.
Yes,
Twitter is beyond me. So. But I think it's because I'm really, like, obsessive about stuff. And there's, like, so much content on Twitter that you could never get through it all. Mm-hmm. And so I think that if I started scrolling, I would just keep scrolling and it would be never ending. And so it's probably good that I don't know what I'm doing.
Good point.
So, so what's everybody wearing for Valentine's Day? Do you guys get dressed up or do you guys, like, keep it casual?
Casual.
Remember to put on pink.
Well, since it's Sunday, I was inspired by Bright on a Budget. I have a black and white dress that I'm going to wear, and I got a new that like J. Crew inspired like chunky necklace from Walmart that was $2, and it's like fuchsia pink. I think it's going to look really cute with my black and white dress.
Really cute.
Valentine's Day.
So, hold on. So, what do I do with that? Give me a second. We'll have it. Oh, this right here, this necklace is what she's talking about, but she has it in a brighter color. If anyone does see these, I talked about it in my post, these are styled this year. J. Crew has them out again. They are outrageous at J. Crew Factory. I found Walmart had these last year for $5 regular price. I got mine on clearance for $3. Whitney got hers for $2. So, like, you can see these out, pick them up because they're cute and cheap.
And they're not heavy. I don't like it when necklaces are heavy.
No, they lay really well.
Yeah, you can wear it all day and it doesn't bother.
Yes.
Yeah, I've noticed some of my chunkier necklaces, the back of my neck, I'm like, ugh, what is up with that?
Yeah.
Especially if you have a toddler tugging on it, too, at the same time.
Well, I'm planning on wearing, so Whitney hooked me up with some City Cash Old Navy, and one of the things I got was a pair of the Harper pants in red, but they're a little bit cropped. I'm wanting to wear them if I don't freeze to death. So they're red pants with black heels, a black sweater, and a white necklace.
You'll have to Instagram your look.
Yeah, I will. Hold on. Yeah, I can't find it right now. Anyways, it's my Kinder Scott inspired necklace. Oh, and I picked this up to share with you guys. If you guys do need jewelry for Valentine's Day to complete your look, be sure to check out Walmart. I got this awesome tassel necklace for $5 the other day, and they also have the Kate Spade inspired sparkle earrings out. They're $3 normally. I found them clearance at my Walmart to $2. And they do have red ones similar to the red hearts that I wore in the casual Valentine's Day outfit post that I posted on Monday. So, just FYI.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Walmart tomorrow is basically what you're telling me.
Me too.
Walmart has some awesome things now.
I know, they've stepped up their game so much. They'll never beat my first love of Target.
Mm.
So.
Justin doesn't understand my love for Target. He says he can't find anything in there.
I'm just shaking my head. Is it because it doesn't have an automotive section?
Probably.
They have car cleaning supplies. That's what they have.
We went into Target last night, Paul and I together, which is pretty rare. Usually I go by myself. And we got everything on the list, and he was like, okay, let's go. I was like, no. One does not leave Target without first browsing the end caps of at least one aisle. So we had to go.
The dollar spot.
Yeah, well, I always talk about the dollar spot. That's like, you can't get in without it. I just go that direction, you know.
That's not our stop. It's right by the door in my Target. So,
yeah.
In the Target that I frequent, it is the one in Hamburg, right where I work. Amanda said that her wedding flowers came from Costco's and Sam's. Her aunt arranged them so well they look pricey, and she likes coral roses.
Oh, coral roses are pretty too.
Yes.
I use fake flowers for my wedding. My bouquet's around here somewhere. And where I was interning at the flower shop, the lady did my flowers for me.
Oh.
We saved a ton of money because she was so sweet.
Yeah, I had a friend that was did flower arranging and stuff, and I had hydrangeas that were really deep red, and then the edges of them were like black, and they looked like velvet. They were really pretty. It was a winter wedding, and she did our bouquets. I just had a few, just the 3. Yeah, 2 bridesmaids and me. That was it, and then the guys had little boutonnieres.
I had 8 bridesmaids.
I had 4.
Because I was in so many people's weddings.
Yeah, I was in a wedding where there were 5 bridesmaids, and I decided that was way too many. So I had 3.
Did you have 3?
Yeah, my sister, my husband's sister, and then my best friend from college. It was like, that's all we can handle. Okay.
2 of the people who were in my wedding are now, the wife stood up with me, and the husband stood up with Chauncey. They are now divorced.
Mm-hmm.
So, So I also now I'll do floral arrangements and flowers for people, just to help them out. I don't charge anything, like my friends and stuff. So
Nice.
You know what's sad? I didn't actually plan a lick of my own wedding. I didn't plan a thing. The only thing I did, funny story, before we even got engaged, my parents, I knew I wanted us to get married in Columbus, because that's where I'm born and raised. Half the people we'd invite are there. But my family was getting ready to move to Michigan. And so I had a feeling, once we graduated from college and my husband went out to medical school in California, so I was going to follow eventually. And I knew once I moved out there that we would get engaged. So I thought before my family, before I leave the area, before my family moves, I'm going to scout for reception places. Smart girl. I'm just going to do it because even though I'm not engaged. So I had to do all these reception tours. And they're like, so when did you tell us the engagement story? Where's your ring? And I'm like, oh, it's getting cleaned. You know how it goes. It was real simple story. Just totally embarrassed. But I knew exactly where we wanted to have the reception, met the wedding coordinator there. So from California, that's pretty much the only thing I did was had the reception person. And he knew, like, every contact, like, this florist I trust this cake person, da-da-da, and I'll coordinate their drop-off times for everything for the reception. My mom and my sister drove down from Michigan and picked out my flowers, picked out my cake. They did the cake testing for me. They picked out the food, all the decorations.
Wow.
I did nothing other than picking out my wedding dress, and I did that by myself, so it was when you're cross country, and so we flew in a few days early for the wedding, and everything was done, and
Nice.
It was crazy.
So I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't think you can see it well, but that's one of my bridesmaid dresses. I don't know how to fix this better. Sorry. But anyways, I was in a wedding the week after mine. One of my best friends from undergrad got married, and when we were planning our honeymoon, I was trying to decide what days to go, and she was like, Tiff, this might be a good time to ask you, will you be in my wedding? Because we had to be back. So we got married on a Saturday, flew out on a Sunday, came back late on Thursday night. I drove home to Eastern Kentucky the next morning and went to rehearsal that night.
Wow.
So, and this same friend, get this, so it's my friend Jen, and she's a doctor, and she's a doctor now, but we got married a week apart. We were due with boys 5 days apart, and we actually gave birth 3 days apart. So when she got pregnant, I was like, Jen, please don't die anytime soon, because it seems like we're doing all of our life events together.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
So
Where did you guys all go on your honeymoons?
Jamaica.
Tennessee.
Yeah, we went to Gatlinburg.
Where we went.
I've never been to Gatlinburg.
No.
We should have a girls' weekend in Gatlinburg.
I kind of want to go. I've been planning a trip for years since we moved down here. I was like, I want to go.
You would love it.
And I can get us a really cheap room. I have a connection. A really nice place.
Let's do this.
We have a high five for Friday Gatlinburg trip. Any bloggers that want to come on.
That would be so much fun.
So we go with, I don't know that we'll be going again this year. We go with Chauncey's office to Vegas. We alternate between Vegas and Gatlinburg. Last year was Vegas. The year before that was Gatlinburg. We literally rent out 5 cabins on a cul-de-sac, and everyone just goes. And it is crazy. It's so much fun though. They have competitions, and everyone stays up talking, and we play games, and and then go do Gatlinburg type things.
What is in Gatlinburg? What's in Gatlinburg?
Everything. Shopping and do attractions.
We got the trashy T-shirts, the airbrush ones. You have to get one of those when you go there.
I had an awesome Jimmy Johnson bejeweled T-shirt that I got in Gatlinburg. That it's too small for me now, but I love that. I wore it to races all the time. Yeah.
Like, it's just fun. Dollywood's in Gatlinburg. I've never been to Dollywood. There's all kinds of
nice.
all kinds of dinner shows. The Titanic exhibit, oh my god.
The aquarium's really good.
I do want to go to Dollywood.
Dollywood's nice.
I highly recommend the Titanic exhibit. It's pretty cool.
I haven't seen that.
The what? I couldn't hear.
It's like the huge ship thing that's it's like half the Titanic is how they have the building built.
I've seen it. I just haven't been in it.
Chauncey and I actually went there for our first anniversary. He had just started working where he currently works, and so he didn't want to take off on a big trip. So we went to Gatlinburg instead, and we traveled each anniversary, I think, until we had Kane. Kane was born right before our 4-year anniversary. He was actually due the day before our anniversary, and came about a week early. So, and then after that, it's just really hard to travel on our anniversary now. So, that. Hold on, I'm scrolling.
One thing I wanted to ask for tonight is, does anybody have any, like, first meeting funny stories? Or, like, how you first met your husband, or, like, funny story like that? Go!
Chauncey's girlfriend introduced us.
You guys met in high school, right? Or
Yeah.
knew each other in high school? Yeah. High school scandal right there.
Yes, his ex-girlfriend. Since this is being recorded, I won't say anything bad, but let's just say that the ending of the relationship was not his fault. And I did not move in until after said relationship was over.
Is this the one that was at the reunion?
Yes. She passed around that I was pregnant
Oh, yeah.
in high school 4 days after Chauncey and I got together.
Wow.
Clearly, Kane was the longest term baby in known history.
Well, yeah, I knew Paul for a long time. We met when we were much younger at camp, and I always thought he was very charming and all that, but I was much younger and real dorky, so he didn't care. So, like, 8 years later, at least, I was dating a guy that was a basketball referee, and I went to watch him referee a basketball game, and Paul was the other referee. And I saw him, and I was like, oh my gosh, he is so much cuter. I mean, he was always good looking, but he's has aged very well. Like, whoa, he looks really good. So he came over and he gave me a hug and picked me up and like spun me around and was all excited to see me. And so like 2 months later, I broke up with that guy. Paul messaged me and was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry I broke up with Matt. You want to get coffee?"
Chauncey and I used to talk via ICQ. Did anybody do ICQ back in the day?
Yes.
That.
Miss ICQ.
Whitney, how did you miss out on ICQ?
I don't know.
Did you do AOL or anything like
Yeah.
that? Okay, see, I did not do AOL. Where I'm from,
ICQ is a thing.
yeah. Yes. So, like, you know, you'd type, like, your cutesy away messages and things like that. But Chauncey and I started chatting on there, and we were friends. And he asked me out on New Year's Eve when I was at a sleepover at my friend Kayla's house. And I was like, oh, my God, are we just going out as friends? Is this a date? Do I take money to pay for my ticket? What do I do? You know, as a 16-year-old girl, how you overanalyze everything. And then we showed up at the movies. He paid for my ticket. We ended up holding hands and stuff, and it just went from there. So,
Good stuff.
but Nina probably best describes Gatlinburg as it is everything touristy you could ever think of. Yes.
Much.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then I'm there.
So,
Lots of and pancakes. You can get pancakes everywhere.
You know, like every other place.
Then
And
this is like the perfect vacation. I don't know why we're not doing this like this weekend. Forget Valentine's Day.
They have wedding chapels there too, like Vegas.
What?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's an out.
and you can rent wedding dresses.
Mhm.
I think they have a drive-through one too.
They do.
Yeah.
So, like, on Chauncey's trips, on his company trips, they do contest, and you get points based on outrageous things that you do. Very outrageous. And one of the quests is always the epic quest is that someone get married. So Chauncey and I almost went and renewed our vows into the siege just to like win the game. So I mean, they have things like you get these company T-shirts for every trip. Every trip is named after something that happened on the trip the year before. So, like the trip to Vegas was named. Does anyone know about Goats on the Roof in Gatlinburg? While we're talking about it,
I don't think so.
Okay, so there's this place in Pigeon Forge that has goats on the roof. You drive by this building and there are goats up on top of it. Please Google this because it's hilarious. So the Vegas trip was Project Roof Goat. So we've had Project Honey Badger, Project Death Squirrel, Project Prancing Unicorn. So,
wow.
But yes, please Google Goats on the Roof. And Katie, if that doesn't make you want to go to Gatlinburg, I don't know what else will.
Terrify me. I don't know if I want them on the roof. They look so like weird.
Okay, Whitney, do you know the place as you're driving in through Gatlinburg that has the big cross up on the right side of the road?
Mm-hmm.
Huge cross.
Yeah.
Okay, it's up that way.
Okay.
In Pigeon Forge. If you just drive up that way, it goes on the roof. That's the place.
Well, good to know.
So I have a funny first meeting my husband story.
Do tell.
Okay. We met the first week of college. We were both freshmen, and it was like a freshman orientation week. So I met him, and we were in the same classes together, but we like officially like meeting. We were both in a class together, and for whatever reason, that class decided that it would be a good cultural field trip to go and attend Mass at Notre Dame, which we were like 20 minutes north of Notre Dame. And so it was Sunday morning. The cafeteria hadn't opened yet for breakfast, so I skipped my breakfast. And we go to Notre Dame, and it was alumni weekend, and it was a home game. So it was standing room only in the Basilica. And so they ended up sticking my class, it was there, behind like the main altar center thing. And it's almost like a circle. So it was like the altar in the center, and there was like seating and standing kind of all around. So we were standing directly behind it and standing the whole time. And about halfway through, they're like swinging the incense part and they're praying. And I'm like, woo, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I remember thinking my purse felt like a rock. I put it down on the ground. And at that moment, they decide they're going to start to pray, like heads bowed, eyes closed kind of thing. I put my head down, and I'm like, oh, shoot. And I grabbed the nearest thing I could, and that was my husband's arm, like, and he said it was, his perspective is, here he is praying away. All of a sudden, Katie grabs his arm, and he goes, oh, okay then. No, I see what we're doing here. Then all of a sudden, it's like, like, because I faint. And so he ends up picking me up, and it's in the middle of prayer. And so we're trying, people around are trying to, they see me fall. He's trying to get the attention of our professor, and he's like, hello, Katie has fallen. And they're like, shh, no, we're praying right now. And Katie has fallen. Katie is out like a light. So they finally noticed that I've completely passed out. I'm dead to the world. He and this professor dragged me out of the Basilica. I don't wake up until we're about halfway out. I'm like, where's my purse? Where's my purse? So that is how we officially got to know one another. And we both that day got home and called our parents, because that's what you do that later. And we both basically said, like, oh, and then I fainted, but this really cute guy next to me caught me. And really, that was kind of fun. And he apparently said this similar sort of story to his parents, too. And then 2 years later, we actually dated. So we were friends for 2 whole years before dating. But our official meeting story.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
What not to the rescue.
I also put this on Instagram, this Coach purse.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so My husband is a jokester. And the summer before we started dating, like officially dating, we spent the entire summer every day emailing each other back and forth. Just nothing in particular, just kind of random. And we both weren't doing anything all that exciting that summer. So it was like, mine was like, I got up this morning and I watched Dr. Phil. And then, here, let me ask you these random questions. And like completely random, like if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be? Like that kind of stuff. And he would write about his day at the end of the day, and it was similar kind of stuff. And we really didn't have anything exciting that summer to talk about. But at some point, my birthday is in July. And at some point he said, well, what if the world were perfect, what would you want for your birthday? Would you like, A, a flat of Diet Cokes from Sam's Club? Would you like a Coach purse? Would you like, I don't remember what the other two things were. Yeah. And he was like, what would you like? And I was like, oh my goodness, Coach purse. I've never had a Coach purse before. That'd be really exciting. But a flat of Diet Coke would probably be more appropriate. You know, that sounds better. So for weeks up until my birthday, he kept sneaking in little questions about my preferred purse type. like, do you like pockets? What about long strap, short strap? I mean, but like we woven in such a way that it was like comical. And so I was answering all these questions. Turns out he went out and bought me this Coach purse. And so this is before we were dating. And so he sends me this present on my birthday.
You had it bad. You don't buy a Coach purse for someone that you don't like.
Well, that's another part of the story. But so he sends me this box with, you know, it's all wrapped up. And he calls me on my birthday. It's like, did you open the present? No, I didn't. So again, I'm on the phone with him, and I'm like scissoring it open, you know, opening the box. And I open it, and he has, at the very top is a Coach, like, gift box. I'm like, what in the world did you do? Did you seriously buy me a Coach purse? What in the, oh my, what, So I open it up, and inside is the ugliest purse I have ever seen in my life. Smells funky, and clearly is not a Coach purse. And inside that box is a card, and it says, he wrote like, ha ha ha, got you. Like, I picked up this purse from Goodwill, and, you know, I thought of you when I saw it. I thought it ticked all of your boxes of priorities, but ha ha ha, your real present is underneath. And I'm like, oh my word. I'm still on the phone with him. I'm like, oh my word. I feel like such an idiot. Like, of course you didn't buy me a Coach purse. How stupid am I? So, meanwhile, my whole family is gathered around now by this point. So I lift up that box, and inside that is like the Coach, you know, like bag protector thingy-majiggy. I was like, what's in this one? And I open it up, and inside is the actual Coach purse. So, all on the phone with him. In fact, there's a picture of me, like, holding a phone in my hand, my purse going, I'm like, like, I can't believe it. So when we got to school at the end of the summer, I was telling my roommate this, and I was like, maybe he's just a really nice guy. Maybe he doesn't actually like me, and that's just my imagination. I don't want to get my hopes up. It's just like, nobody buys someone a Coach purse. They don't like you. Like, but he could just be nice. Katie, nobody buys someone a Coach purse. So, yeah, that, I hate to say it wasn't the purse that sold me, but, you know, I was like, oh, you actually like me. Oh, I get it.
That's cute.
That is adorable.
That is. That was so sweet.
It's a comical story, but he is a jokester. He's a jokester.
Sounds like it.
Well, you guys, it's getting about bedtime, and by bedtime, I mean that I still have a document that I need to get out for work, and I still have a high five for Friday post.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to write for tomorrow.
I got halfway and decided I'd finish the rest tomorrow.
So
Since
let me
it's 8.
I know that was the best decision we've ever. I don't know. That was one of the two best decisions we've ever made. The second being using pictures for the link up, I think, as opposed to just the text.
I like it
better. I've gone up at 6 a.m. several times to finish a post and have it ready to go by 7 a.m. And that's no fun.
I couldn't do that. I hate the morning. Oh.
Me too.
I do too. You just fall into it tight. So, I don't know how I'm going to get this wedding dress back in this fall.
And then we all got to go hang our pictures back up on the wall now.
I know. I was like, I gotta tidy. This back. It's like show and tell tonight. It was so much fun. So
well, I guess we'll have info up on the blog soon about in the next week or two about when the next High Five for Friday would be. And we thank Whitney for jumping in to join us tonight.
My pleasure.
And thanks everyone for the great participation on the Q&A. It was so much fun. I'm sure we didn't catch everything, but we were trying our best to scan everything. So thanks for pitching in.
Becky from BYBMG nailed it that time. Joined, as did Amanda from Brownie World, Stephanie from Wife Mommy Me, and Nina from A World Addresses. Am I leaving anyone out?
I hope not.
If I am, I'm really sorry, guys. Let me scroll through this real quick to make sure.
I think that was everybody. That's joining us live anyway.
Oh, hold on, wait. Becky said that one of her bridesmaids were all her sister-in-laws. And Russ and her met at a student senate meeting in college, yet he wasn't in student senate. He was just going to go. He'd listened to her brother. Becky, you guys had a radio show? Anyways, he listened to the radio show the year before and called in each week, and she talked to him on the phone every week for a semester. That is so sweet.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Like Sleepless in Seattle, sort of. Not.
And Nina, I'm scrolling down through here. Nina said in relation to Tennessee, the Gatlinburg, it's okay, so I told you that it's the everything touristy you could ever think of. She said also moonshine and Bubba Gump. Oh, yeah, so like you can, I don't drink, but you can walk in and get samples of moonshine. There's this place that just gives out samples of moonshine. I find that very random. So.
Battery was dying, sorry.
It's a good thing it's 10:30.
I know.
Well, good night, you guys. It's been fun, and I look forward to the next one.
Until Gatlinburg.
That's right.
Good night, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Bye.
Bye.